Hill sponsors Martin vs Joshua on Sky Sports Box Office.
Show the Footwork TV in association with Macklin's Gym. I'm quite fortunate enough to be joined by trainer and manager Micky Amoo. We're at the open workouts for Charles Martin v Anthony Joshua. How are you, Mick, mate?
Yeah, good, all good. A bit hectic this week, but good.
You've been in camp with Charles Martin. You're seeing him more than anyone. What's he looking like at the moment?
He's looking cool. He's looking relaxed. You know, he's here to fight. Do you know what I mean? He's been looking sharp in the gym. He's done a couple of bits of sparring. Yeah, he's looking good.
Do you think the media and the sort of the betting public are wrong making him such sort of low odds to be victorious, mate?
Well, the betting I mean, it's the bookies that make him the odds. I mean, Anthony Joshua's on home soil. They've only seen him ever knock people out, so rightly so they make him favourite. Not such a long favourite, I believe, but rightly so. He's a home fighter. So listen, bookies. Do you know what I mean? They do the odds how they want to do them. You know what I mean? But I don't see him being favourite. But let's see.
You say you don't see him as favourite. How dangerous is Charles Martin in your opinion?
Oh, he's very dangerous. I mean, he's a world champion. You've got to give him respect. He's a world champion. He comes here with an unbeaten record. He's got a good knockout ratio, and he's a southpaw. You know what I mean? He can move. He's got great footwork. You know, it's something that Joshua's never faced before. So, you know what I mean? The questions will be answered on Saturday night.
We know how big of a puncher Anthony Joshua is, but Charles Martin seems a little bit of an unknown quantity. We've seen him fight a couple of times, once against a UK fighter, once against Glaskov. We can't really take that much away from that, but how highly do you rate him?
I rate him highly. He's still got a long way to go because he's just won the title. I rate him highly with what I've seen in the gym, his footwork, his movement. You know what I mean? The fact that he's a southpaw, I rate him highly. The myth about Joshua being a big puncher, you've got to look at some of his fights. You know, he's not knocking people's spark out. He's putting them under pressure. The referee's jumping in and stopping the fights. You know, it remains to be seen whether I mean, when you're a big puncher, you've got to be seen to be fighting top level opponents. Then, you know what I mean, you can then judge him after that. But you know, as for being a big puncher, we'll have to wait and see on that. You know, because you know most fighters when they start their career, if they're a prospect and they're getting looked after, they normally have a good knockout or stoppage ratio. Yeah. So you can't read too much into that. You know. And this is the world level now. This is the top of the tree level. So we'll see on Saturday night.
How do you see this fight playing out? The all-important question.
It depends how the fighters take the fight. I mean, it all depends who handles the nerves, who handles the pressure. You know, it's a big fight for both the boys. You know, it's Charles' biggest fight. It's also Joshua's biggest fight, Anthony's biggest fight. So it all depends how they both handle the pressure, how they come out in the start, who relaxes first, you know what I mean, who gets into their rhythm first, and then we'll go. You know what I mean, I see it being a cage opening, you know what I mean, because there's a lot at stake here. There's a lot at stake.
How hard does Charles Martin punch? You've seen him day in, day out. No doubt you get to watch his sparring stuff that we don't see. How hard is that left hand of Charles Martin?
You know, it's not how hard, it's the left hand. It's the left hand you don't see when it comes. You know, people think that you've got to punch hard to knock people out. No, you've got to punch quick and fast to knock people out. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's not how hard, it's, do you know what I mean, the accuracy, it's the speed.
Listen, I've got to stop you there because they're calling Charles Martin and your team and yourself into the ring.
No problem.
I appreciate it, mate.
No problem at all.
I'll catch you after the workouts.
Yep, we catch you after the workouts.
Top man,
great
thank
stuff.
you, Mick.
Take care, yeah?
William Hill sponsors Martin vs Joshua on Sky Sports Box Office.